Hello and welcome back to the Exotic Fruits YouTube channel. My name's Imogen, I'm part of the Exotic Fruits team, and we are the UK's #1 online exotic fruit marketplace on a mission to bring extraordinary fruits from all over the world right to your doorstep. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys on a journey through the unique world of this incredible fruit, Guinep. I actually had never tried this fruit until about a week ago. I don't think I'd actually even seen this fruit before. I mean, I knew about it and I'd seen photos of it obviously, but I don't think I'd ever had an opportunity to actually see this fruit in the flesh. And yeah, when I tried this, I was genuinely so surprised by just how delicious it is. I mean, it's a small green fruit. I don't know about you, but it just doesn't look like it would be that good. Maybe because it's green, it's giving like unripe vibes, even though it's obviously not. But yeah, it's genuinely so tasty. But I will be doing a proper taste test towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that if you want to find out how this fruit actually tastes. Today I'm going to be uncovering the origins and the history of Guinep. We're going to be talking about its cultivation, its culinary uses, and then of course, like I said, the taste test. But before I do, please make sure you hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss any videos like this in the future. And sit back, relax, let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to talk to you about the history and culture of Guinep. Guinep's roots lie in the Caribbean and in tropical regions of Central and South America. In these regions, it's known by various different names, including Quenepa, Mamoncillo, and Spanish lime. On the tropical island of Jamaica in the Caribbean, there's a legend about Guinep that has been passed down through the generations. Now, this legend is about the origin of Guinep and how it came to be. And according to this legend, a long time ago, Jamaica was experiencing a serious drought. The sun scorched the earth, rivers dried up, crops withered. The people of the island were desperate and they were praying to the gods for some kind of relief. Then one day, an elder named Amara, known for her deep connection to nature, had a vivid dream. In her dream, a radiant spirit appeared to her, surrounded by a glowing aura. The spirit spoke gently, saying, "Amara, go to the highest hill at dawn. There you will find a gift from the gods that will sustain your people." So, trusting this vision, Amara gathered the villagers and they all went to the hill at dawn. And then, as the first light of day came around, they discovered a tree unlike any tree they had ever seen before. Its branches were heavy, being pulled down by these clusters of small green fruits that glistened in the morning sun. And I bet you can't guess what fruit that was. So, naturally, Amara picked one of the fruits and tasted it. And the sweet, tangy juice that burst out of its flesh was unlike anything she'd ever experienced before. So she offered it to the villagers, who all found it so refreshing, so tasty, so nourishing. And this new Guinep tree thrived throughout the drought and provided a steady, consistent supply of fruit to all the villagers. And they also learned that the tree had many uses beyond its fruit. The bark and leaves could be used for medicinal purposes, and its sturdy wood was perfect for creating shelters and tools. Since then, the Guinep tree and its fruit have been seen as a symbol of hope, survival, resilience, faith, and of course, the blessings of nature. In Caribbean culture today, Guinep is enjoyed in a few different ways. Firstly, it's of course eaten fresh. It's also used to make Guinep juice, which simply consists of blended up Guinep pulp, blended with water, sugar, and sometimes a squeeze of lime, which sounds absolutely delicious. I'm like dry in the mouth thinking about it. The pulp of the Guinep fruit can also be cooked down with sugar to make delicious jams and preserves. These are commonly used on bread, pastries, and even as fillings in desserts. In Jamaica and other Caribbean islands, Guinep is commonly sold at street fairs and cultural festivals. In fact, it's really common to see vendors with large bunches of Guinep, just offering them to festival goers as a nice little refreshing snack. Overall, Guinep is a really important fruit for farmers in these areas who sell it both domestically and internationally. And it's a beloved fruit that brings people together and celebrates the rich culture of the Caribbean. Right, next up I want to talk a little bit about the growing and cultivation of Guinep. But before I do me a huge favour and press the little bell icon below to turn on our post notifications. Anyway, Guinep trees are medium to large sized tropical trees that can reach heights of up to 85 feet or 25 meters. These trees thrive in warm, humid climates in the Caribbean and northern South America, and they produce a dense canopy with these really glossy, dark green leaves, which provides significant shade for everything below. During the flowering season, Guinep trees produce these small little white to green kind of flowers, which are really fragrant. And then, of course, it begins to produce these lovely little Guinep fruits. They have a thin, leathery kind of feeling skin. And like I mentioned, they often grow in bunches. So as you can see here, some of these are still attached to the stem. And as you can see here, the leaves and stem and fruit, they all kind of grow together. So these big clusters of fruit are usually harvested in the summer months between June and September. Because these trees are so tall, harvesting these fruits often requires the use of these long poles with hooks on the end that they can use to kind of pull the fruits down. Or in some cases, harvesters may even climb the trees to reach those top branches. Now that's commitment. Guinep cultivation is really important for rural communities because it provides vital livelihood opportunities for farmers and obviously enables them to generate income and support their families. And it also contributes to the socio-economic development of the region as a whole. So yeah, it's really valuable. Okay, next up I'm going to show you how to prepare and eat the guinep, and I'm also going to suggest some ways that you can use it in the kitchen. First up, you obviously want to choose a ripe fruit. So how can you tell if guinep is ripe? You want to look for one that has a vibrant and uniform green colour. The skin should be smooth and firm to the touch. It shouldn't be like super soft in any places or too covered in blemishes. As you can see here, these do have like marks on them, but they're not, you know, there's not any spots where they're like super soft and squishy, and yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. And then just gently squeeze the fruit. It should give slightly, but not be insanely mushy. And lastly, ripe guineps will have a slight fragrance. So if I put this up to my nose, I can smell that. It smells very leafy, natural, yeah. Now to properly open the guinep fruit, you firstly want to remove any leaves or stems. Then hold the fruit between your fingers and just gently bite the fruit or squeeze the fruit along the seam until it starts to split open. Oh, I forgot to mention, first thing to do is wash the fruit, obviously, especially if you're going to be biting the skin. And then as soon as you kind of pop it open, you're going to see this flesh and juice just burst out, and then the skin is just going to come off super easily. This is definitely one of the most satisfying fruits to open, in my opinion. You're going to reveal this translucent kind of orangey coloured pulp inside, which is super juicy and super soft. Now, guinep can be used in various recipes such as salsas, sorbets, or even cocktails. To make a refreshing guinep salsa, all you need to do is combine chopped guinep pulp with chopped tomatoes, onions, cilantro, lime juice, and a pinch of salt. And this salsa pairs perfectly with grilled fish or chicken. It adds a really nice tropical kind of sweetness. And to make a guinep sorbet, all you need to do is blend guinep pulp with sugar, lime juice, and water. Then you freeze the mixture until it reaches a nice, smooth, icy sorbet consistency. And for a really delicious tropical cocktail, which is kind of a spin on the classic mojito, all you need to do is muddle some guinep pulp with mint leaves, then add rum, lime juice, simple syrup, and top with soda water for a delicious cocktail. Yum. Okay, finally we're here. My mouth is absolutely watering after all of that, so let's please get into tasting this. Bear in mind there is a seed in the middle, so you don't want to bite straight into that. One thing that really surprised me about guinep is the really strange texture that it has. The texture has like a fuzzy, furry kind of feel to it. It's like really soft and juicy. Then it's also, yeah, it's got this fuzziness to it, which makes you feel like you have cotton mouth a little bit. It's really difficult to describe. The taste is just gorgeous. It's like a really nice blend of sweet and tangy. And then it's also got citrusy, tropically hints in there as well. I like the way that you can just suck it until all of the flesh is gone. I feel like the best way to describe this is, imagine you have a lychee, but you take away some of the floralness and then you add a little bit more very subtle sourness, kind of like a lime's sourness. Absolutely divine. And there you have it, the unique and delicious guinep. Let me know in the comments if you would try this fruit or not, or if there are any other exotic fruits that you'd like me to talk about. Don't forget to like this video to support me, and subscribe to our channel also to support me, but also so that you can see videos like this every single week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!